So when it comes to outdoor lighting, because you have the extra complexity of having to make sure things are waterproof, the vast majority of consumers are more than happy to spend extra money on products that can withstand the elements versus trying to come up with something themselves. And over the last few years, Govee, more than any other company, has been capitalizing on this relatively new market and absolutely crushing the competition when it comes to options. In today's video, I'll be going over a couple brand new products that will undoubtedly be some of their best-selling items of 2024 that you definitely need to check out if you're looking to upgrade your outdoor space. To kick things off, I'll be setting up 3 of their just released IP65 waterproof wall lights. This is their very first outdoor product that will get hardwired into your main power, which I'm super excited about because you don't have to come up with creative ways to hide wires going to an outlet. Opening things up, you have the usual welcome and getting started information, plus an installation guide. Next, you have the light itself. This is made of aluminum with a milky white plastic diffuser, which combine to give it a very clean and modern look. And further underneath, you'll find the mounting hardware for installation. Taking a closer look at the light, a couple of major selling points that I want to stress is that beyond the RGB aspect, these also have both dedicated warm and cool white LEDs and a CRI of above 90, making this truly a year-round addition and not something you just use around the holidays. Now flipping things over to the back, you'll see your black live wire, white neutral, and copper ground. I will go over the complete installation of these here shortly in case you're interested in how to get everything wired up, but in a nutshell, once you get the plate attached to the junction box, there's 2 grooves that will slide into the metal piece and then secured with screws on the side. So moving on, I'm also going to be setting up their new ground lights. These also offer a dedicated warm white light, again making this something I envision being able to use year round. And as I'm opening this up, keep in mind that everything I'll be going over in today's video is compatible with their Dreamview sync, and in case you have no idea what that is, make sure to stick around to the end because it really is my favorite part of the entire Govee ecosystem. Now this is their 100-foot kit, which comes with a total of 30 individually addressable puck lights. These are definitely a unique design because they have light coming out from the top as well as lights that are being directed to illuminate the ground. They're IP67 waterproof and power is being provided in the middle with 15 lights then going in each direction. So the first thing I'm going to do is put up the 3 house lights. This means swapping things out with my current fixtures that are in place. But before you begin, make sure to cut power at the breaker. Then I'll start by removing the old light that we have up. This one has 4 screws around the side that have to come out before getting behind the unit to disconnect the live, neutral, and ground wires. After that, I'll also take down the mounting plate since it is unique to the light that we no longer need. Next, go ahead and take the mounting bracket that came with the Govee kit and get that connected to your junction box. Once secure, I'll add the green screw to the plate, followed by wrapping the copper wire from the back of the light around it for our ground. And since I already have woggle connectors coming from the live and neutral wires in the box, I simply connect the black to black and white to white. And finally, the light unit itself can slide in place, with the last step being securing it down with the tiny screws on each side. Now, this was probably the easiest light fixture setup I've ever done, and I've done a lot of these over the years, but if you are a little bit nervous to try doing this yourself, make sure to call a professional to help. From here, I quickly did the other 2 lights in front of the house, which is a repeat of what I just did, and in total, to swap out the 3 lights, it took me about 45 minutes. Now before moving on, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Aura. So this is me signing up for their free 14-day trial, and during this setup process, one of the many things they do is scan the internet for data brokers that have your personal information. These data brokers then make a fortune selling your information to spammers, scammers, and other entities that want to know more about you. Now, Aura was able to find 30 such instances of my personal information being in the hands of these companies. Then, with one click, Aura sends out a notice to have my information removed from their systems, which they are legally required to do when asked. Their all-in-one platform offers antivirus protection, credit monitoring, credit lock, financial transaction alerts, secure VPN, identity protection, parental controls, 24/7 US-based customer service, and much, much more. I'll leave a link in the description for you to start your own free 14-day trial, so please make sure to check them out. Thank you all so much, and now back to the video. Moving on to setting up the ground lights, and these can really go anywhere, but I wanted to see how they'd look in front of the house by the sidewalk and deck, and then putting the rest over here in the mulch area by some of the plants. This is a pretty straightforward process and took me about 15 minutes to install, and I'm very curious to see if these could be converted to WLED, so that might be something I try doing down the road as a fun little side project. So backtracking a little bit, last fall I installed the Govee Outdoor Pro permanent lights on my house that we use every day for a nice soft white light in the evenings. And I also came up with a super easy system to install 3 sets of their curtain lights on my garage door using some aluminum profiles, which still allow the door to go up and down like normal with the lights still being plugged in. That setup video currently has close to 500,000 views, so make sure to check it out if you're curious about the install process for those products. Now to complete the outdoor space, I ordered their brand new Pro floor lamp with Bluetooth speaker and dedicated white LEDs. I've had their Lyra lamp for about 3 years now and still use it every day, so I thought it was time for an upgrade. This is meant for indoors, but with the overhang that I have, as long as it's pushed up against the house, it won't get rained on, and I will be doing a full review video on this in the near future, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. And finally, I bought their popular desk lamp, which is another item I'll be able to incorporate into the Dreamview experience. Once you have the house light set up in the Govee app, under color, you have 3 zones that you can control, but in DIY, you can set up 4. Having the ability to set multiple colors is one of the many things that separates this from just a standard RGB light bulb. And in order for the camera to pick up the colors, I do have to have the brightness turned way down to not oversaturate the lens, but obviously in real life, on max brightness, your eyes are able to see the colors perfectly. You also have a bunch of different scenes you can check out. These are preset colors and animations that Govee has already made in case you don't want to take the time to DIY some options yourself. Another feature they added is Sound React, which I don't think I'll use much, but it was very responsive and worked perfectly.
Check, check. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Hello, hello.
And finally, what truly makes this product a year-round solution is the white light performance. Both warm and cool whites absolutely exceeded my expectations in terms of CRI, but perhaps the most shocking thing is just how bright they are. Each light is able to pump out 1500 lumens, so at 100% I could easily use these to play catch at night with the football or play basketball if I had a hoop in the front driveway. Let's now focus on the ground lights, and these are a perfect option for lining a driveway or walking path, or perhaps lighting up a flower bed. And once set up in the app, you can see how all 30 pucks are displayed, and you have the ability to select each one individually or all together. Now these also have a dedicated warm white LED, which again makes these much more of an option year-round. Moving on to scenes, and I won't spend too much time here, however, I really love that some of their products now offer you the ability to choose what speed you want for their animations. This is something I've wanted them to do for a very long time, and I'm glad that it's now being implemented. For Sound React, just like the house lights, it's crazy responsive to my voice and super fun to play around with, even though it's something that I won't use very often.
Test. Check, check. Hello, hello.
Now all these products by themselves are awesome, but the real magic happens when you use Govee's Dreamview software to sync everything together via the scenic and music experience. To do this, first go to Home and then scroll down to Dreamview and click Add. On the right, select Scenic and then Create. Under Controlled Devices, click on the plus icon and highlight all the products you want to be part of the show. Once done, hit the check mark at the top right and you're all set. For the music experience, go back to Home and down to Dreamview and hit the plus button. Choose Music, and for this we do need to have a control device. You can use one of their music sync boxes, but the floor lamp or the outdoor lights can also work as your hub. I'll be choosing my floor lamp. Then scroll down and hit Add under Controlled Devices, and again add all the products you want to sync together. Hit the check mark at the top to confirm and you're ready to go. So overall, it really is quite shocking how easy it is to completely transform your outdoor space with lighting that can be used year-round. And everything that I now have on or around my house could be installed in a single afternoon, all for less than what most people spend on a TV. From here on out, I'll play some of my favorite examples from both of the Dreamview experiences that we just set up. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I hope you have a blessed day.